I just had a little jig there. Like that music. Welcome to Monday Makers. I hope you've had a fabulous day. It's been fabulous here because it's all been about Fabulous Fuchsia, which has been our new launch that we've had all day today. You have been buying it in your droves, unsurprisingly, because it is a gorgeous collection. Lots of deals on there. We'll go over those a little bit later, so you can see exactly what you're going to be getting in there. But lots of different things in there. And if you're a fan of any kind of flowers, which I think, generally speaking, we all are, everyone really likes a fuchsia. I mean, there's nothing not to like because they're just so cute. Like Corrine says that like little ballerinas or little flower fairies, really lovely. Been a brilliant day. I've learned so much with all of the different demos that we've had today, because I had the lovely Corrine in with me. Hello Corrine, how are you doing after your, this is the last show, isn't it? You're going home tonight.
I'm going home. I'm not here for 6 days like you.
No.
I am back though. I'm coming back up on Thursday night as you're leaving on Friday morning. So we will literally pass for about an hour before you go to bed. I'm really good, thank you. Do you know what they've messed up? This should have launched at the end of the week.
Oh.
Friday's Fabulous Fuchsias.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It just doesn't pun, does it? Monday's Fabulous Fuchsias.
No, but I think they were a bit frightened of Ben potentially being around when it was being launched because nobody could cope with the Back to the Fuchsia jokes.
It's all right. I think
every second.
I think it's Debbie Fisher on Friday. I think.
All right then.
I'm not saying 100%. He's off all week. I think he's in Cornwall on Friday, so he's a long way, or Devon, wherever home is. So he's fine. It's fine.
Okay, well that's all right.
Should have done it on Friday for Friday.
You're right.
Fabulous Friday, but there
Absolutely.
we go. Anyway, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I've had my sausage hot pot and my cauliflower cheese.
Very nice.
So I'm raring to go. It's 10:30 when I get home, so I needed some tea.
Yeah, it's a bit late.
Before I got home.
Even when I got back to the house last night and I had my dinner and it was sort of 8:30, I was like, this is too late for me.
Yeah.
As everyone knows.
You went to bed about 15 minutes afterwards.
I did. I get quite tired. I do get quite tired. Lots of people are in to say hello. So Candy says hello CCTV and all the crafty peeps from Candy in Portland, Oregon rather. Edwina Smith says UK here. Hi everybody. Kim says hi everyone. Stephanie says hello again. Linda says hello again. And Diane said hiya and good evening everyone. This evening we've got Susie on the socials. We've got Nicola and James in the gallery, and we've got Tracy keeping us all in alignment.
Cups of tea. And
in cups of tea, yes. We cannot get away with anything if Tracy's here because she sees it. We've tried. Lynn's here from a soggy Isle of Wight. Lynn Blackledge, she was doing the craft along with us yesterday. First time I've actually got a chance to meet Lynn virtually, which was quite cool. And I really loved the craft along. If anyone has seen it on, or hasn't seen it on Facebook, do have a look. It looks really nice. Should I talk about the pearls? Right. Okay. So in the last show, I was jigging about quite a lot because my foot hurt. And I got one of the pearls stuck on my sock inside my shoe.
How did it get inside your shoe? Because you've got boots on that.
Yeah, I keep taking my boots off because my boots are really painful. They're very high and big and chunky. They were quite painful.
Have you got socks on?
I've got socks on.
Do you need to borrow my slippers?
No.
You're not borrowing my slippers?
I'm not Sarah. I'm not going to take your slippers out of the green room like she did. No. But
you are. You're just not going to tell me.
I said, tiny pearl in your sock. It really hurts. Now, Nicola didn't believe me. She said I was like the princess and the pea. So I've left her a little pearl. She's going to wear it inside her shoe. And she'll be moaning about how painful it is later. I'm sure you will be able to
Does it
feel
depend how thick her socks are?
Actually, it's true. That is true. Depends how thick your socks are.
Whether you've had a pedicure recently.
Yeah, it depends whether are your feet nice and baby soft. Crafting Not Grafting from Hillary says, good evening everyone from Bedlington, and Phil Watson says, good evening all. Rhonda's here saying, hello Becky, Corrine, Team Social, CCTV crew, and all my fabulous crafty friends. It's cold and windy, but sunny here in Chicagoland area. Lovely. I do hope you've been having a lovely day. We've been having a great day here. It's been good fun. And we're going to continue in that vein by giving you some fantabulous deals. The first one I'm going to show you is the Crafters Inspiration magazine. This is number 3. Now, if you've never seen these before, where have you been? But let me just be honest with you. There is so much in these magazines. whilst you get your magazine, you're also going to be getting other goodies in here as well, which I now can't get out. There we go. Now, in this particular one, this one is the version which we have with Oh Holy Night. Now, you may think, oh, I've already got the Oh Holy Night collection. I don't need this magazine. These things, these items in here are particular to this magazine, so they will work with that collection. They are not duplicates of the items that you would have already purchased in the Oh Holy Night collection. So you've got some sentiments in there, you've also got that fantastic embossing folder, and you've got a die here. You've also got, there's two dies here, one to cut out all the details with the scene in the manger, and also one to cut out the edge in here. But that's not all, because inside the magazine you will also get some papers, and now these are uncoated papers. They're a slightly smaller or lighter GSM than the normal papers you get in the paper pads, but you've got some toppers in here, but it's the inspiration that you're getting in here. So 134 different types of things to try. Now this one, I know when we first showed this, people were just amazed. All of the instructions are in here for you to be able to make items like this. These ones using the Oh Holy Night, and it doesn't matter if you've not got the Oh Holy Night collection, you'll still be able to make these with the items you're going to be getting inside this magazine box. But obviously if you have already bought that collection, it's going to work really well with that as well. But my favourite, I love these.
Oh,
these
penguins.
were those little penguin stamps that we had, they are absolutely my favourite, because is what I'm going to say. They just look so cute. I did buy them. I have stamped them. I have coloured them, and I've made far too many. I could give everyone 2 cards. So I'm going to have to double up on some of them, but they are absolutely beautiful. You've got other items in here like those stars, flick through a couple more. Interview with Craig, you've got other different bits and pieces in here. This is absolutely ideal for you, whether you are a seasoned crafter or whether you are brand new and just starting and just sort of dipping your toes in. Maybe you've been watching us and you're a silent watcher, you maybe not have purchased anything yet, you're not entirely sure what you need. This is a brilliant starting point. But equally, if you're like any of us who craft, sometimes you get a bit of a mental block and you need something for that little spark of inspiration, this is the thing to go for. And of course, you're going to be getting those papers with the toppers, and you'll also be getting these extra goodies that will work with the Oh Holy Night collection if you've already managed to get hold of it, or any other sort of Christmassy collections, or even as a standalone. A fantastic price on this. It's just £14.99 or $19.99. The platinum price is £11.99 or $15.99 with 50 extra bonus points. This is a brilliant deal, isn't it?
It's absolutely amazing. I love the magazines. We all have times when we come to craft and we've just got no inspiration. We think, I don't know what to do. You can look around your craft room, and if your craft rooms are anything like ours, mine, and I can say this hand on heart, Becky's, even though I've never been there. And I love talking to Jan about her craft room. I talk to Jan about her craft room all the time. I want to go. I want to tour. Do you know, sometimes when you get lots of things around you, it's harder to craft than if you've only got a few things. I don't know. You get swamped, don't you? You don't know where
wood
to
for
start.
the trees.
Yeah, too much. Not with these magazines. What you've got is to say you were struggling, you open it up. Now, you might think, OK, I don't want to do it with these dies, but you might then go, well, actually, I've got, I like that layout. I really wanted to do scrapbooking, I struggle. So you're going to take little bits of this, and then you're going to take it. So, maybe you're going to create these lovely arches and make it into a christening scrapbook page. You're going to take different papers. You're going to do, I've never thought of doing that, tearing the paper and putting some ribbon across it. How do I put glitter on an embossed image? All of these are in there for you to, to take away with you and get that inspiration. Making backgrounds, using the stamps in a collection. You can do that with this. You could do it with the big Oh Holy Night. You could do it with the fuchsia. You could do, I'm trying to think of other. You could do it with your Wild at Heart. Whatever you want. Take these and, and take the inspiration and just, use those. I mean, this is just amazing. Now, this is the 3rd issue of this revamped magazine. It now comes in a box. See, and as Becky's shown you, you're going to get your 3 elements. I like to think of them as an extension to the Oh Holy Night collection. As Becky said, nothing duplicates, it all sort of extends to it. Now, this iteration of the magazine will focus majority of it on this collection. So you're going to find, of all the 134, I did count it up once and I've forgotten that number because it was quite some time ago. Most of the projects in here are using that collection. You then, as Becky showed you, have a few other bits. So you see more there. There's a few other bits, like you say, using the penguins and a few bits. I just saw another one. Where did I see? Oh, there was some glitter pastes. There is something, and I've lost it now. There's a section on projects you can make using there it is. Look, using glitter pastes.
Oh, okay.
Now, the previous iteration of the magazine, the cover elements were the small bit, and lots of our other collections were the big bit. But you know, you can take what you see in there and just use it however you want. So I thought I would have a go, and I'm going to use the sentiments because, of course, you're going to use sentiments, but I'm going to use this that they just call it Oh Holy Night 2-piece die set. It hasn't got any other name. So I'm going to pop it off the card. So what you've got, as Becky said, you've got this bit here that's going to cut into your cardstock, and you've got this bit here that's going to cut out. So what I want to do is I have got a card. Now, funny numbers, I've gone 5.5 high, but I've gone 11 wide. So 11 divided by 4 is 2 3/4. So I've got 4 panels of 2 3/4 wide. What I want to do is I want to stick some of these papers, these are from the magazine, into the middle. So I'm going to pop those on. I'm going to spread my glue around, and I'm going to leave it to dry while we do another little bit, because I need it to be reasonably dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread this around. You'll see why. You'll see what I need to do is I need to know that it's covered all over, because I'm going to die cut through the 2 layers. There we go. So we can put that in there, and that's going into here. There we go. Right, and that's going to hold down. Now, can you see if I put pressure on, that's going to move. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on to the next bit, and then we can come on here, and I'm just going to, especially around the centre, because that's where I'm going to be die cutting.
Yeah.
So just spread it around. There we go. And I'm going to pop that one into there. Now, I am going to put some papers on the other bit, but I'm not going to do that for a minute. Let's just give that a good rub down. You see, my glue was nice and thick. The other thing I do, come in with your brayer.
Okay.
Just burnishing that down. Right. They're pretty, I'm just going to give them a minute there, okay? So we'll do the next bit. So the next bit I've got is exactly the same card size, but I've only reduced it down to 2 panels this time. So these will be by 5 3/4 wide. So this is going to be the front of my card. And I've just got some craft card, and it would also look nice just with gold as well, but we're just going to do it with craft card now. So let's go with our multi-purpose glue, and we're going to pop that across on here. Oh, I've got coated cardstock. I have to be careful. I wasn't thinking. We don't normally use all-purpose with coated cardstock because if it oozes, but if I'm careful, it's not going to do any harm having it underneath there. If it oozed out, it could potentially lift the coating. So it's just about being careful. It's one of those things, it's do as I say, not as I do, because if I was at home, I would still be using the all-purpose, I just wouldn't tell you about it. So I'm going to pop that on there as well, give that a nice burnish, make sure that's on there. There we go. There we are. Right, so that's nicely on there. So we need to decorate the front. So I'm going to take both parts of this die, and I'm going to cut them out. The easiest way I find to do that is to get my magnetic shim, and I'm going to pop one piece on there, then I'm going to put the other piece on just like that. That's now holding those, so I know it's not going to move, and then I can put my piece of mirrored card over the top, and straight through my die cutting machine. Obviously I could have put them die facing down, then I'd have had to have taped them. But I've done it the other way by using my magnetic shim. And let's hope it hasn't all moved. There we go. No, it hasn't moved at all. Now what I can do is I want that. I want that. That was a bit specific, wasn't it? Was that a little bit specific? So I'm going to pop that to one side. There we go. Just moved it. And look at that. Look at how...
Beautiful.
Now, don't think because they're dies that come free in your magazine, or stamps or embossing folders, that they're leftovers, that they're not as good. They are brilliant, brilliant dies. They are as good as anything else that you'll get. It's just we've saved them for the magazine. So if I bring this out, I can now pop this onto the front of here. So I'm going to come over that with my dotty tape pen. Let's get my bit of paper that's still got gilding flakes and all sorts on. It's still going strong. Still going strong. Not as bad as they were the other day when I had a whole show on gilding flakes. Not as bad.
It'd be awful if you sneezed.
Pardon?
It'd be awful if you sneezed.
I know. I was at Hobby Maker with a show on gilded flakes. I loved it. I did some fantastic techniques. I really enjoyed doing the techniques, showing all the different ways to use gilded flakes. Show finished, and I spent over 15 minutes cleaning the desk and everything. They were everywhere. Right, so let's find roughly the centre of my cut, which is there, so I can then just pop that up on there. So there we go. Doesn't that look amazing? So we've got it as a sort of a silhouette onto there. I then have just taken a sentiment, and I've stamped out my sentiment from that sentiment pack, and I'm just going to pop that on like that. So it looks like, so that could be your card. It's not going to be. We're going to do some more to it. So first of all, I'm going to pop this one in the middle. So let's pop this onto here. Nicola commented to me, I think she thought I'd finished my card then. Oh, she'd like my decoration, that's okay. So pop that one on there, and then pop this. So this is just some sort of shimmery paper, some nice shimmery paper. I'm going to close that up, and then when I open it out, it's perfect fit in the middle.
Nice.
Let's just give that a little burnish. So we can now leave that one to dry. While we leave that one to dry, we can come back to this one, because this is nicely dry. So let's clean that plate off. Yes, these are papers from magazine, yes. Right, now, if you remember to get that shape out there, I use the outside and the inside one. Oh, come on, that's not, I might need to, just a minute, I just need to, I'm just getting a bit of liftage. Just going to give that a quick brayer. There we go. I love brayering my papers. Right, this time all I'm going to do is I'm going to use just the inside die. I'm not going to use the outside one. So I'm just going to pop it onto here, just like that.
You made me start using a brayer, because I have one at home, but I don't call it a brayer, I call it a lino roller. Because I use, I've used it when I'm doing lino cuts.
All right.
Getting the ink onto the lino. But then I didn't want to use that one for my cards, so I did buy a
clean one.
A clean one, yeah. And it does make a difference, because it gives you a nice finish to everything.
It does. It really does. Just, I don't know how to explain it. It just flattens everything down. It evens it all out, and
it does it all at the same kind of time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you use your hands, you might rub things, and get them a bit linky. It keeps it nice and flat and straight.
Yeah,
it's good.
I do like it. Right, I'm just going to lift this carefully, because there was no waste to put my tape on. So all I need to do now is just, could I have done with doing that a second time, and I've not put it on. I'm just going to pop that on for a second time while it's still there. That feels like it's done a second, because I've gone through 2 layers, and the glue is possibly still a little bit, it's tacky within, you know. Hopefully I haven't messed that up. I felt like it clicked back into place. I've got one that's finished, so when I do the other side, I'll do it twice through. So if it has...
Would it help to use the metal shim with that?
Might have done, actually. Oh, no, look now.
Those all
it's
gone
perfectly
perfect.
through now. Perfectly. Just need that second time. But actually, having said that, I might do that with the other side, So if you look, it's just poking out of there, even round the stuff. You just have to be careful because obviously I've used tacky glue, which is damp. So in the ideal world, I'd have left it a little bit longer. I'm just going to trim that before I try and unravel it, because I can feel that the glue isn't fully cured. Let's do that. So then we just want to just carefully take that off. Just there we go. I can feel that coming away. Just come away. There we go. There. You see, but I needed the glue to be all over, so that the two pieces didn't separate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, if you find that difficult, what you could do is, imagine this was, you could cut this and gut it, and then put the card on top, the paper on top.
Yep.
That would be another way to do it. So I'm going to do all those. Let's see if I've got, I've got a plate. Let's see if this helps on this side. So let's put, as Becky suggested, a plate on. And then we can put it on this side here. Let's do that. Put that through and run that through there. Now, if I didn't have a Gemini 2, if I only had a regular Gemini, I would have had to have done this with my full-size plates, because this card won't go widthways across. I couldn't have used my Gemini Junior plate. Now, look at that. I'm going to still go one more time, just because it's nearly through. It's that pesky glue. It really does. If I'd have left it an hour, but I wanted to show everybody that I was sticking it on, it would have been fine. But Century Pearl's 310, and then the paper's 150. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant now. So then we can then just peel this back. And you know what? I never think it's wrong to have to pass something through a die cutting machine.
That's what I was going to say, because I think
there's a lot of negativity about doing that.
It's almost, we feel like it's cheating or not doing it the way we should do, but actually, you know, much better to run it through twice. Yeah. Or even 3 times if you're not sure of the. It's better to err on the side of caution, to use less plates. And it doesn't matter if you run it through a couple of times. No, not at all. But I think that you're absolutely right. It almost feels like, the machine's won. If I can't manage to get it through in one pass, I've done something wrong, or someone else has won. But there are certain things that do need a couple of passes through the machine, aren't there? There
really are. And like I say, it is not wrong, and it's not as if it's a manual machine. I started out with a manual machine, and so I think that's where it stems from. When I had a manual machine, I didn't want to have to do 2 passes, because every pass was hard work. I had a manual machine, and the first Christmas I had a manual machine. Oh my goodness me, I thought I'd got tennis elbow. I really did. Because I was sort of going into my craft room, this was before I, professionally crafted. And I was doing sort of hours and hours of die cutting the same thing. And I got really sore elbow. I'm sure if you just did it on normal day-to-day, it'd be fine, because it never played up any other time. But we've now, most of us now, I'm not saying everybody, have electronic machines for the majority. We've still got the Mini and the MIDI. But the majority of the time, if you were doing lots, you'd probably just go to your electric machine. Can you see these are all just poking out? But just because the glue was wet, it just was taking a minute. I'm not going to poke them all out, I'm just going to show you. But there you go, you can see how beautiful that looks.
Lovely.
Now, I have cheated. I've got one that I have got ready that's nice and dry. So all I'm going to do on there is I've got 2 pieces of vellum, just clear, regular vellum, nothing fancy about that. We're going to turn this over, and we're going to just put some dotty tape pen all over the back. Dotty tape pen always go in the direction of the die cuts. Let me just, have I gone? Yeah, keep it quite snug, Corrine, don't want to go too far. You could do solid tape pen around the edges if you were careful, but it's just easier. I've got this in my hand. I'm going to come in, see if I can get a couple on there. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is take this piece of vellum and put it over there. Now, you can see the blue dots for the vellum, but this is going to be on the inside of the card, so nobody is going to see this. I'm going to do the same on that side, once I've poked out that rogue one. And then we're going to come down
Carol D says, I loved your hobby maker shows with the Goulding Flakes. I'd never seen the marbling technique before.
Oh, thank you.
I really liked what you did earlier today. Crafting Not Grafting by Hilary says, I promised myself I was buying no more. But then some of the fuchsia things sort of fell into my basket.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah, never mind. Carol D says, good morning, ladies and gents. Been watching all morning, but no time for chats. I'm also getting 3 packages today, with more arriving every day this week from HSN and CC Birthday. Oh, that's going to be nice. What did he get? Let us know.
Yes.
Pat says, I've got this magazine, so it's nice to see it on the show. It's nice to see all the different items you can make in it, definitely. Whereas Anne says, I've got 5 orders coming today. I'm beginning to believe that UPS holds on to my orders until they've got enough to make it worth their while to come to my house. It sounds like it.
Yes.
Definitely. Or can you remember what's in them? Because sometimes I get parcels arriving and I'm thinking, I've got no idea what that is.
I had 2 on Saturday, which was very nice.
Did you know what they were?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Ish. Yeah.
Ish.
So then I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the centre of there. They will work, Nicola. They will work. They will work. I think, and I had some perfume arrive, so yeah, so it will sort of work. Right, remember that little one I kept back from earlier? I'm going to pop that, into there. You remember I grabbed that as I did it?
Yeah.
And I've also cut another one out here, and I'm just going to grab that one from there. So I just use a little bit and just cut out that little bit in the middle to put that into there. So that's good, looking really lovely. I love how it just happened to catch that little bit. So this is going to concertina up. It's been through the die cutting machine, so it's always worth reinforcing those die cuts. So this is going to sit like that, and then we've got this piece. Ooh, let's just reinforce that on there. There we go. And then this one is good. So it's going to sit just like that.
Nice.
There. So let's just go. I'm going to do this with tape runner. So there we go. Put this one. There's different ways you can put these together. Let me just check I've got this the right way up. Yep. Lots of different ways. I'm just going to pop that one on there. And then I can do that nice and flat, so I can fold that over, put some tape pen.
You know, obviously coming up to Christmas, and I'm not trying to find out, because I don't know if we do Secret Santa, and I even if I am, I don't know if I've got you anyway. But you know, sometimes there are people that you think, oh, I know that person will always like a smelly thing, or that person always likes chocolate. Is there something particular you always go for when it comes to Christmas? There's always if anyone's in doubt, you know, about what to get you, would it be crafty goodies, or would it be...
Oh, no. It used to be crafty goodies until I did this for a living. Yeah. And then I told my family not to buy me crafty goodies anymore, because...
It seems like work.
I get so many crafty goodies. Yeah. I'm just trying to work out where I want to put this. I'm going to put it just down there. For family, I'm always... I always go jewellery, clothes or handbag.
Oh, yeah?
Those work well.
In that order?
Yeah.
Diamond, Chanel or a Birkin, please.
Just to show you this that we finished.
That's gorgeous.
There we go. But I do love smellies. So, last year I got a subscription where you got a little bit of smellies every month for 3 months. Nice. That's a brilliant Christmas present.
I like that idea.
Now look at that. Isn't that lovely?
And that's pretty much with everything from the magazine.
All of it's from the magazine.
Apart from the main card.
The main card's got the craft and the gold. Yep. And the vellum, obviously. Yeah, everything. The papers from the cards, from the magazine. The sentiments are from the magazine. The die cuts are from the magazine and from there as well. Isn't that really lovely? Love how it carries on from the front. You could do more. You could put a few gems on if you want. You know, if you're that sort of a crafter, if you like them. I don't think it needs a bow. It's not a bow type card. But you could get away with a few little gems if you wanted to. I just think it's really, really pretty.
Could you put one of those little battery-operated tea lights inside?
You could. So once it's open, you could stand it over a battery-operated tea light, and the lights would... I keep seeing them and then they disappear and I forget where I saw them. I've definitely seen one somewhere and I don't know where. Oh, here. You see, I knew I had. I don't even know if this one works. Yeah, you'd put it just like that, and then it shines through there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Pretty,
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
So that is using the Crafters Inspiration magazine. This is a number 3, $14.99 or $19.99. Platinum price is £11.99 or $15.99, and you're going to get those 50 extra bonus points in there. So not only do you get all the inspiration, you also get the papers in there, and you get 3 different items in there. So you've got your sentiments, your die, and you've also got your embossing folder as well. That is really, really good value. Fantastic. And I particularly like those little boxes as well. Boxes on that church. Wow, it's really worth value, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay, we're going to go for a short break to give you the opportunities to check out your baskets, and we'll see you in a couple of moments.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Lovely comments for that card. Stephanie says that is beautiful, Corinne. Samantha says, I love that nativity scene card. Betty Weaver says, love that, Corinne. I can't see your name. Gutja? I hope I'm saying it right. I'm really sorry if I don't. It said good evening from the Netherlands. And Brenda says, I love this card. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Really, really like that. If you like that, you like this. So these are the last few remaining bits and pieces from the Oh Holy Night collection. Now this will work beautifully with all of those papers and those other bits and pieces in that magazine that you've just seen. This first one, I really love this. This is a stamp and die set. This is your Away in the Manger. It's a bit of a snow globe kind of situation going over here with that lovely nativity scene. So you're going to get the stamp and the die for that. Then we have the Oh Let Us Adore Him. So we've got Mary and Joseph gazing down at what I can only assume is toddler Jesus because he's quite big. But brilliant for paper piecing. It is not the three kings.
That's not three kings.
It's not the two kings looking over at the third king who's just fallen over going, are you all right, mate? It's not that. It is Mary, Joseph and the baby Jesus. This next one is your Star of Wonder, which is absolutely beautiful. We saw that being used earlier on today with those gilding flakes. It looked absolutely stunning. We then have this one, which is your Comfort and Joy, which is a really beautiful one. Again, we saw Corinne using this earlier on in her demos earlier on. No, a wake-up call it was, wasn't it? That's beautiful. It was today, wasn't it? Yeah. All days merged into one. I just feel like I'm here forever. You'll probably all feel like that as well. Oh Holy Night is this beautiful die. It's such a pretty script, very, very usable and nice and easy to make a fantastic card with this. And then finally, we've got the Silent Night again in that same script. So all of these, price is £62 or $80. The platinum price is £49 and 60 pence or $64 for all of these. These are lovely, aren't they? Really
they
like
really
these.
are. Like you said, it's what we've got left of the collection. It's a little selection, but sometimes, you know, you can do so much with them. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use some bits and pieces from that. So first of all, I'm going to use the Let Us Adore Him. I wouldn't say Oh Let Us Adore Him.
Yeah, well, that's what I want. Oh, let us. No, that's not how the song goes, is it?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is, and you want to put the O in, don't you?
You do.
And sing it. You can't say it, you have to sing it. Right, now, this die comes with an outside frame and then the detail. I've cut my piece of card to the finished size because this creates a very, very skinny border.
Okay.
And we're going to make a shaker card.
Oh, nice.
I need somewhere to put the foam to lift it.
What kind of foam do you use?
Long strips of foam.
Long strips?
Yep.
Long strips of foam, that kind of thing?
If you buy the small foam pad pack, you get some lovely long strips in that.
Oh, but at the moment we've got a special deal on other kind of foam.
Have we? That would probably be very useful too.
It would be, but I can't remember what it's called.
Wow. It's a shame, isn't it? Do you know what? I wouldn't mind saying it, but it's more fun not saying it. It's just more fun not saying it. So there we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna, if I showed you my finished sample, I'm just gonna change it up a little bit. I've just made a decision. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So look at that. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? I haven't had to poke a single piece out. It's
amazing.
Just popped out. Beautiful. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give my die a little tap, see how much I can get in the bin. It's the last show of the day. I will get the sweeping brush because I'm scared of Tracy. We all are. I'm not. I think Tracy's one of the best.
No, we all are.
She makes me a nice cup of tea.
She does make an amazing cup of tea.
Yeah.
I've had to bring in my own tea bags now because I need stronger tea.
Is it not strong enough? You see, I bring my own tea bags in because I make Earl Grey. You didn't see, I accidentally made Leanne an Earl Grey the other day.
Oh, did you? Did she like that?
No. She was on air as well, and I handed it to her, and she commented on air, "Oh, Corrine's made me a lovely cup of tea." She took a big mouthful, and how she didn't spit it across the studio. She went, "Eh!" I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I went on autopilot. You know when you do, because if I go in the cupboard, I always get the tea bags out of my box. So I've lost my piece of card. I had a piece of card a minute ago. I got them out of the box, and I just did it automatically, and yeah. I made her Earl Grey. She wasn't. I ran back in. I grabbed it and said, "I'll make you another. I'll make you another."
I don't mind Earl Grey, but it's not my tea of choice.
Shh.
It's not my cup of tea.
James doesn't say much, does he? He doesn't say much.
He doesn't say much, but when he does, it was worth waiting for.
Yeah. There we go. Right, now I'm going to cut it out of wide, and I'm going to use the outside frame as well.
Okay.
I'm going to pop that through there. There we go. Just to show you. Oh, there it is. There's my piece of cardstock. Dear me. It's like that you can't see it in front of you. It's white on a white table.
Absolutely.
That's why I can't see it. So there we go. You see, we all talk about how brilliantly what's that, linen cardstock cuts. But look at this is multi-purpose cardstock, 300 GSM, and it is. I've got a couple of bits to poke out here.
Yeah. It's
absolutely perfect. Oh, that's a big piece. There we go. Look at that. There we go. All the way. Poke these out. Absolutely. This is the extra bit. I just suddenly looked at it and think, do you know what? It needs a drop shadow. So I'm just going to give it a drop shadow. So there we go. So I've now got it in white and I've got it in blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one over. I'm going to put that underneath. And I'm going to get my dotty tape pen. I'm going to go, ooh. This is where you have to be careful. Make sure you do it in the right direction.
Do it with a very light hand?
You have to do it with a very light hand, yes. Oh, this is difficult.
Would you use adhesive spray for this?
You could. You could have put. I could have put double-sided tape on the back of here.
Yeah. Would that still go through even those sort of super fine lines?
Yeah. You maybe would have gone with your metal shim in to cut onto your metal plate. It's going through enough. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to seal it down. Oh, I've just caught it. I'm going to seal it down so it'll be enough. Right, so I'm not going to go anymore. I'm going to take... This is why I did it with that skinny border.
Yeah.
I'm going to go that... No, I'm not. I'm going to go that way. And then we're crafting on the hoof here.
That's all right. That's good.
Yeah. Do you know when you suddenly look at something and you think, actually, I could do something slightly different? Where are we? There we go. Line it up, Corrine. There. So I'm just doing the very... smallest. You might think, oh, what's the point? But it just makes that blue pop. Can you see now? Can you just see? I'm going to say,
yeah, I can. You can
put it on there.
See it.
There you go. Now you can see it.
You can really see it now.
Yeah, can you see the difference? So I've got one that I prepped earlier. Looks lovely, but can you see how it starts to blend in?
Yeah, definitely better with white.
How the white just gives it that extra element. So all I'm going to do now, once I've done that, you see, I was going to use that one. I'm going to get my really skinny red liner tape. Now at this point, we're not trying to seal it. I'm just trying to put it down. And so I didn't actually put any adhesive behind there because I knew that this would catch it all in when I came to do this. So this is just going to catch it around the edges.
So a question from Betty was about the best glue to use when adhering cardstock to acetate. So I'm assuming that's what you're going to do in a minute.
To acetate, red liner.
Red liner.
Always the best.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the only one,
yeah,
but it's the best. Your tacky glue will stick most two surfaces together, so you could, but because your acetate is non-porous, you're going to have to put it down and leave it for the night and come back to it tomorrow. Fine. Otherwise, it's just going to keep moving. You could be using finger lift tape, tissue tape, any of those would work. But definitely, for me, acetate. If you see us any, you know what Edward calls the floating cards, where you have the top bit at the top and the bit at the bottom, I would always go red liner with those. always. So let's lift this off here. I'm going to, oops, this 2 paces. I'm going to take this off and then I'm going to just put a little bit of dotty over the rest in a minute, but I'm just taking this off first. So 1, and then staticky red liner.
Oh, Betty says, I can't use the liner tape as a cardstock is an intricate die cut, so I have to use glue.
All right, well, no, go dotty.
Dotty.
Go dotty tape pen. I think a dry glue is much better.
Yeah.
It grabs, it's instant. Or, no, it's acetate. I was going to say put adhesive on the back before you cut. I'm not thinking, I'm going too quick and not thinking. That wouldn't work, would it?
Will spray adhesive work on acetate?
Yes, but you'll see the dots. I think you'll see it.
Right, okay.
I think it would work, but I think you'll see it. Now this is double the thickness now because I've got the 2 layers. So I'm just putting enough on so that it stays stuck to the acetate when I put it behind. You see I'm doing dotty tape pen to stick this to acetate. This is just, so it's going to seal around the edges, but I don't want this to lift away from the acetate. So I'm just doing the dotty tape pen on there. Catch that one. There we go. Right. Oops. And then that is going to go straight on to there. There we go. So you can see now, you can give that a nice good burnish. Any bits where you feel like you drop shadows a little bit much, you can pop that. But that's looking, I just think that looks really pretty. So we've condensed. So this is where, can you see, if I'd have gone with that, there's nowhere to put the foam tape. So now, because I've come to this size, I've got room. Now remember, you've got to seal it. That's the only thing you've got to remember. So you must create a seal all the way around. It depends what you're using. If you're using something really, I'm going to use sequins. So if there is a 1mm gap, my sequins aren't going to come out. I think we all say about, making sure you seal them up. If you're using glitter, yeah, you can't have even a hair's breadth because glitter will come out.
Yeah.
If you're going to use sequins, which I'm going to use the Roaring 20s sequins, I'm going to use these ones. It's going to have to be quite a big hole for those.
They're quite significant, aren't they?
They are, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you don't like somebody very much, you're sending the card to, you leave some little holes in there so when they shake it, the glitter goes everywhere.
Yeah. Do you remember there was a phase where everybody used to make, I think they called them butterfly cards?
Yeah.
And people used to say, don't send me a butterfly card. And we used to call it present confetti.
Yeah.
We used to buy it and it would be little holographic, happy birthdays, Merry Christmas. I used to put them all in my Christmas presents. And I can remember my sister-in-law one year. She was like, we've opened the Christmas presents, thank you. I used to enjoy it.
My uncle and aunt used to make their cards every year, and they were just sort of something that they designed on their computer and printed out on using an inkjet printer, and then they'd embellish it with some sequins and some glitter. But it was like the kind of glitter you buy in the little tubes. So you stick it on with glue, and the kind of glitter that after it dries, half of it just falls off.
Yeah.
So whenever you open the card, you'd have this lovely card with a fair amount of glitter on it, but there was glitter everywhere, all over your lap, all over your hands, and if, heaven forbid, if you touched your hair, you look like you'd been at a disco overnight.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, I just put glue on where I didn't want glue. I can make it work. I'll come in with here. I'm going to my foam will stick really well now because it's...
Do you want another pair of hands?
No, it's fine, I can get this round. Because that'll just dry on the back of here and it won't touch the back of the card, so it'll be fine. I couldn't see, I turned this piece over so it was upside down on my desk, and it wasn't until I glued, because I didn't have the card base next to me, that I thought, this feels a little bit small. Then I realised it was the next layer.
Oh dear, never mind. That's some lovely paper. Where is that paper pad from?
This is from the 12 by 12 that was originally with it.
Okay.
But you've got some very similar ones in the magazine.
Right.
So, if you've got the magazine, you could virtually replicate this with those papers, so it wouldn't be a problem. So just putting this on here. Now, when I'm at home, very often, I double acetate my shakers.
Okay.
So what I would be doing was I'd be making a sandwich out of 2 layers of acetate with the foam around the edges and the sequins in the middle. Then I'd stick it onto here.
Okay.
But so then my sequins are rubbing against my sequins. But I didn't do it for this. Don't ask me why. I just didn't. Yeah. So yeah, if you do that, I'll get rid of that in a minute. I've got a little bit of that border showing, which because I was doing the drop shadow. Let's see if I can lift that. Oh, I tell you what. If I cut that off here, it'll slide off, I think. No, it's not. I'm going to have that on. Never mind. It'll do. So what I can't do is I can't put my sequins on there because then I can't position this to line it up. So I have to put my sequins in the middle of here. Does that make sense? Because then I can put my bit up and then you drop them. Sorry, sound effects. There we go. Let's get these ones. Waste not, want not. If you're going to do a shaker, do a shaker. Don't do it with half a dozen sequins, please. Do it properly.
Do we do any sequins that are one colour on one side and another colour on the other?
No, but we do sell sequin making dies. So you could get a piece of card, and I've done it many times. So I've taken it that I like, one colour on the front, and I don't want them white on the back because you can guarantee that when you put them on the card, they will flip over. So just colour it with your pens.
Oh, okay.
I've done that so many times because I wanted it one colour. So then we can pop, dropped it. This is going to fit over there. Let's go nice and straight, even. Come on. There we go. Sorry, head might be in the way for a minute. Just need to line that up. There we go. Give it a good press down around the edges. There we go. And then we've got our shaker. And then the last little bit, I'm going to get another couple of foam pads. From those sentiments, we've got our, oh, come, let us adore him, because it just works so well. And I can pop that on there, make sure I've got the foam pad behind there. And that is how I would do that.
Beautiful.
I love it with, I'm just going to show you, the one I made before, I didn't put the drop shadow in.
Yeah.
And I've just adjusted it.
Yeah. That looks lovely. You really notice it much better. Yeah, beautiful.
You see, even when when you plan something, we change it.
Yeah,
we change it all the time.
Absolutely, that is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
This is using the last of the Oh Holy Night selection. The first item we've got here is your Comfort and Joy, which is that beautiful die set with Mary and the baby Jesus. Then we have your Star of Wonder die, 2 dies here, one for the outer edge and one for the inner detail. We then have this one here, which is your Away in the Manger. This is a stamp and die set, creating this lovely bauble effect, well, not bauble, like a snow globe. And then this one is the one you've just seen Corrine using. So this is Let Us Adore Him with Mary, Joseph and baby Jesus. Toddler Jesus. This is Silent Night as a little die sentiment. And then we also have Oh Holy Night as well. £62 or $80. The platinum price is £49.60 or $64. That's a beautiful one there that we've just seen. We've got some photos, I understand. Oh, using the collection. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm going to have to come. I'm going to have to be a bit closer to that.
They're beautiful, Gina. Oh, that's beautiful.
That is from Gina. That is beautiful. Actually, Gina's even put in the face of Mary.
Oh, yeah, so she has.
That's really lovely. Well done. Like that a lot. And then there's showing the dimension of the card. That looks beautiful. Really like that.
Scroll on something else. Is it one of ours? I recognise it. Very pretty.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Next one we've got. Oh, we don't know who this has been sent in from, but that's It's like a tissue box.
Ah, was that a craft along
Is
this
that,
week?
we did do a craft along with Jan on Friday, I think, with the tissue box, didn't we? And that looks lovely. Very nice. Oh, I do like seeing people's makes. It's nice, isn't it? All good. Well, we're going to go back.
Where we're going back to, Becky?
Back to the fuchsia.
Okay.
We're going to show you quickly what's in here because we've been talking about it all day, but let's be honest, it is a stonker. Almost 60% of the stock has gone. That is incredible, absolutely amazing. And we had quite a lot of this. You'll be buying it in your droves. You have got a whole selection of different things in here. I'm going to quickly, I think I might have time to show you the boards. We have got dies and stamps to show you how to make flowers out of the flower forming pad. We have got this beautiful 3D embossing folder with the hummingbird. We also have a decoupage pad, 36 sheets in order for you to make these different types of flowers and just building them up with the different pieces of die-cut paper. These are your elegant frames, all those gorgeous ovals, all nesting, so very, very usable that you've got here. We then have this die set, which is your opulent duo, beautiful fretwork with those. I think this one for me is something I'd be using quite often. Then we have your cascading fuchsia, a stamp and die set, really beautiful, and nothing to stop you if you want to start doing some more decoupage to cut and stamp more areas and then just cut them out. This is your loving thoughts, a selection of sentiments, quite small sentiments that are going to work very well with those smaller ovals. This is your majestic hummingbird stamp and die set. Look, this doesn't come off anymore. We have a selection of pearls. Not all of them because some of them are stuck to my sock. But we also have some fuchsia ribbon and the seam binding ribbon in dark purple, dusky pink and also that fuchsia pink. We also have that beautiful decorative, it's called a flourishing swirl corner. We have as well in this collection, we have a paper pad for... You know what you're going for, don't you? This is your flower forming paper pad that you've got here in those beautiful pinks, purples and in the greens. And you saw Corrine demonstrating how to use that earlier. This is your decoupage pad. So you've got 36 pages, all the same, but all these different layers of your different fascias that you can make. You've got a 6x6 paper pad, which is basically a smaller version of the 12x12, just minimised down so the patterns are actually smaller. You have got 8x8 vellum. You've got patterned vellum in here, but you've also got solid colour vellum. You've got pink and you've also got that beautiful deep purple. You've also got some linen cardstock in here. Our linen cardstock is really fantastic quality. I haven't actually taken it out to show you, so I'm going to do that because why not? The green was the showstopper as far as we were concerned yesterday. Everyone loved the green. It's a beautiful mossy olive green, very, very dark. You've got that really beautiful deep purple, moving through to that lighter purple, and then you've got two different shades of pink in the final part of that linen cardstock. So lots and lots that you can be using with that with. And then finally, no, not finally, almost finally, I haven't mentioned the most awesome part of the deal. This is a 12x12 paper pad. So you can see it is just breathtaking. The colours in here are stunning. You've got beautiful, really intricate patterns on one side, and then you've got a more muted pattern on the back. It is beautiful. All those colours, I love that sort of deep purple and those yellow ochres with those cerise pinks or fuchsia pinks. They are just beautiful. And this is the same patterns you'll be getting in the 6x6 paper pad. But you'll also be getting, say it with me, stamens, which I put back in the box because I was getting told off for taking them out of the box. Beautiful fuchsia pink stamens that you're getting in here. £123 or $167. Platinum price is £98.40 or $133.60. But if you want to do that, you also want to add that paper pad pack together. You're getting the 12x12, the vellum, the 6x6, and you're getting the linen cardstock in there as well. And you're going to be getting that for half price. Really good deal. I love this. Can I take it home? Would anyone notice if I took it all home? Do you think? She does notice everything. Yeah, she didn't take her long to say that pack of stamens has been opened, did it? It's possibly because everything else is nice and straight, but the stamens are a little bit like that in the pack shot. I'm going to fix that in a minute and make sure that nobody else can see that. Right, Corrine, you're going to do another demo with the fuchsia.
I am.
And will it be fabulous?
It will, and I'm going to go a different colourway.
Ooh.
So you have no shaker cards all day, and then you have 2 on the bounce.
They're like
but there we go. Right, look at this. Look at the oranges in here. I thought we'd really sort of pick these out. I'm loving this. You still got the pinks, but we've got oranges. So it works really well with my orange water reactive ink pad. So what I'm going to do, dear me, Corrine Robinson, I didn't get, it's there we are. I got it out and I left it over on the side. I want the 2 frames where I've got it in the box. Look at my poor box of things, it's overflowing.
There's so many amazing samples in there, aren't there?
There are. I'll get some more samples out in a minute. I want the other frame. Where is it? What have I done with it? Have I dropped it?
Can I let everyone into a secret?
What's that? I don't know. I'm a bit nervous.
If I think I need a little bit of inspiration, I go and have a look at the box that the things the design team have done. And my phone is pretty much, I know, but I mean, they're there for the shows, but I just go and have a little rummage in the boxes and I take photographs because I always find that what the design team have made, if I ever get stuck for anything, like you were saying with the magazine, if you're looking through the magazine and you might not actually have all the bits and pieces for that particular card, but it just gives you that little spark of inspiration. Oh, they're fantastic. So my phone is pretty much pictures of cats, dogs and cards.
And kittens.
Yeah, kittens. My kittens are really cute. Shall I send a photo in so you can see?
Yes. Send a picture to Nicola.
Okay, I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
I'm going to do it now.
Okay, I'm going to use. I didn't even need that one that I got out. Right, I'm going to use the Opulent Duo because it's gorgeous. So we're going to cut this twice. First time we're going to do is we're going to get our piece of card. This is going to be the front of our card, and I'm going to cut this gorgeous frame into there. And now I need to make sure it's nicely centred up because we're going to keep the waist, so to speak. So let's put that onto there and then we can put that through on our plates. There we go. Now, I'm going to try it without the magnetic shim because if all the bits don't cut out, that's absolutely fine. I just need that outline. And you usually find the die around the outside, the blade around the outside if you die, is the biggest. So that's what I need to cut most. Yeah, oh no, I'm going to have to go again. I'm going to go one more time. Because this is going to go on the front of my card, I really don't want to put too much pressure on that paper. I don't want to ruffle it, I don't want to mark it. So just go a second time, see what that does. If not, I'll have to go back in with my magnetic shim. Oh, it's just, has it caught it all the way? No. What are you doing, Mrs? You're going to get into trouble. You're not going to.
Do you know what? It's worth it.
Is it worth it?
Worth it.
You've loved those stamens, haven't you? Are they still in your earrings?
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody's noticed, have
Nobody's
they?
noticed.
Are you really disappointed?
No, it's all right. You see, it's not my best jewellery making that I've done, but it is the best jewellery making I've done whilst on air with no tools.
There we go. Right, it's cut it out eventually. I did have to go in with all the blades. So I've got this. Now, if I was at home, what I would do is I'd cut that out and I'd pop it into the pack.
Okay.
So that could keep it for another day.
That's a good
because
idea.
I don't actually need it today. But I do that. I open up my packs of dies. I find all sorts in them. You know, usually relative to the pack. But I find that. Right now I'm going to cut 2 more out so they fit together nicely. So I can cut them out of the same piece of white card at the same time. So let's go through that. We're going to use all the plates. So we're using them both. Let's go through there. So this is really pretty. So, like you saw, I've taken this one out. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a different one back in. I think you can see where we're going with this. Let's have a look. Oh, perfect. Perfect. It's always worth giving it a quick check before.
Because you can see, can't you, before you start peeling it away?
It should look like a little pencil line. If it looks like a little pencil line. Now, what you could do is you could go like that And then if I'd used the other one, you could paper piece that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If you'd have cut it out. I mean, that looks
nice.
that looks
nice.
really pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Very nice.
So there's different ways to do these things, but we're not going to. So I just need to get this out. Come on. Pop out. There we go. And then all you need to do is just pop all these bits out. Let's grab let's do it the proper way. Really easy to do. Get your dye brush and we call it a dye brush, but it's actually, you get more out when you do it on your die cuts than your die, I think. I get better success on my die cuts. It's for getting the bits out of your die cuts. You can clean your dies, but I don't tend to. I use it for my die cuts, so that works better. So I can poke out any little ones that just got out, the majority of them. It doesn't do any damage to your cardstock, and then I only have to concentrate on
There's a lot of detail in that die, isn't there?
There is. And this is multi-purpose cardstock, remember? It's 300 GSM. There is it's not that long ago that you couldn't have gone through 300 GSM with a detailed die, could you? So we can just cut this. It just wants me to poke them out. There we go. There we go. Oh, one's got, there we go. This, I did just start with the die brush, but it was bending the, let's see if I can get any through here. There we go. There. Where do your topics of conversation come from, Nicola? Where?
It's mainly from me. So we're talking about the kittens that I...
Oh, yes.
And I wanted some kind of... They're coming from Greece. If you weren't watching an earlier show, they're coming from Greece. I haven't told my family about them yet.
Are you feeling a little bit nervous about that?
And a bit bolshy, actually. I'm getting kittens, I don't care what any of you say, kind of thing. The only problem is I haven't got a cat flap, and I have no way of putting a cat flap in without knocking a big hole through a wall.
Right.
That's going to be a little bit of an issue. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. They're not indoor cats, and they're Greek cats, and I thought I'd like a Greek name, but I didn't want to go for like the traditional kind of Greek gods or anything like that. I wanted funny names. So I thought, no, possibly something edible. So
what island have they come from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask that. Why is it different? Is it a different dialect?
No,
Do I need to speak
I don't
Greek
mean that
to them?
for names.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I like the idea of halloumi and baklava.
Yeah,
I thought it would be quite funny. Yeah, and I was having to teach Nicola how to spell baklava. But now I want to eat baklava and halloumi with have you not? Oh, yum.
Ooh, lots of honey.
If I had the car, I would go and get you some baklava, but I don't have the car, and I don't think the taxi driver will be very happy with me just driving around. I do love a bit of baklava. Delicious.
Look, all I'm doing, just so you know, is I'm going around the edges with my orange water reactive. All I would say is just make sure you have a name that the vets can spell. Because I once called my cat, when I was about 19, I called it Lester. And every time I went to the vet...
What, like red Lester?
Yeah, because at the time I worked in Hillard's.
Yeah.
Used to be, it's an offshoot. Tesco's bought them out.
Right.
Supermarket. And so I called him Lester because I worked on the cheese counter.
Yeah.
So I wanted to call it, so I used to have to say Leicester as in the cheese. I should have said Leicester as in the city, shouldn't I? But I didn't. I used to say Leicester as in the cheese. But everyone used to spell it as like Leicester Piggott.
Right.
L-E-S-T-E-R. And I was like, no, it's L-E-I-C-E-S-T-E-R. Yeah. I don't know how many times I explained that to the vet.
I find it quite amusing when you're at the vets and they call out the animal, don't they? They don't call out the owner.
No.
And
then they add your surname on.
Yeah. And so there was it wasn't when I was at the vets, it was a story that I heard, but there was the vets, they shouted out, Tinkerbell Jenkins, and out comes this great big Rottweiler. I think it's quite amusing. How about Ouzo or Reiki? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but it's a good name.
It
right,
is a good
so
name.
just so that you know, I put some acetate on the back of there and I put some foam on ready.
Okay.
So then we can now just pop that into there. So you need the acetate to be able to hold it there.
Right, okay.
But that looks lovely.
That makes it, having that ink around the edge makes it really work, because it looked too stark before,
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then...
Nicola said she'd like an animal from Italy and called it limoncello. That is the name of my sister-in-law's dog. But she's called Cello. They're all the animals are named after alcoholic drinks. So the first cat was called Whiskey. Okay. Then they had the dog called Limoncello. They've now got a kitten called Spritz, and the new dog is called Reno, and full name is Albarino, which is their favourite type of wine.
Wow. Yeah.
No. Just get one from anywhere and call it limoncello. It's a nice name, I like that. Maybe I should call it after my favourite drink and call it tequila!
Then there's people think you've rescued it from Mexico. Or...
no,
it's a Greek cat called tequila.
I've got my drinks wrong, tequila and halloumi. It's like a whole lunchtime in my house with animals' names.
Yeah, you'd have to go tequila and fajita or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, tequila and nachos, that works well, doesn't it?
That would be quite good, especially if so one of them is a ginger cat, so, you know, nachos, kind of, that kind of corn colour, that would work quite well. I like that.
Okay.
I have sent a picture in, so you'll be able to see if anyone's interested at all. You know, it's nothing to do with crafting.
How old are the kittens?
About between 6 and 8 months, they said. They're not,
I'm going to say they didn't look like tiny kittens.
No, they're sort of young cats, I would say. I thought they were perhaps a little bit older, but they are, who knows whether they are related, but they're very affectionate to each other. They're very much a couple.
Right.
The lady that came round, she did say, well, would you like them both? And I was like, oh, you can't really separate them, can you?
Oh, so somebody's even been to the house?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I'm just idly thought about this, you know.
But no, I'm just impressed that you've done all this without anyone in the family noticing.
No. Well, they've not been here because they've been on holiday. They're going to come back. And not only is there no food in the house, I've acquired 2 new animals.
I hope the cats don't arrive early.
No, they won't. And we've got to see if the dog is happy with them, because I did say, you know, we have got a dog. The dog's got to be okay with them. They seem to be okay with dogs. We'll see where we go.
Right, so there's my card base. We can go anywhere with this one. We're going to make this a thank you card. We're not finished yet. We've got some more bits to do. So I'm going to just put my sentiment on. But look at that. You could make that up and then do the next bit later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my hummingbird. I should have got this out before and I forgot. Where's my hummingbird? Where's my hummingbird gone?
Do you want mine? I can't help you because you've glued it on so well. I can't give it to you now. And I'm not.
Oh, it's on the floor. It's on the floor.
And I'm
That's
not allowed to open any of the items to the left of me.
No, you'll get in so much trouble. Okay, let's stamp first. And we're going to stamp with flagstone. You know, we often stamp with we go with our black, but if you do it with your different colours, you're going to get different effects. Now, I'm going to go with my rocker block.
Okay.
I was talking about these at the weekend, again on Hobby Maker. And I'm open and honest and say, I used to be quite scared of my rocker blocks when I first joined, because I was like, I'd only use like flat stamping blocks, and these just aren't like flat stamping blocks at all. Let's just check I've got, it'll fit there. You get such a good impression. So in with my alcohol proof ink, put that on there, put that there, and then we can put that. Now, you can see, as I stamp, look, you can see where it's stamped. I can see that all of that has touched my card, so when I lift it up, perfect impression.
Lovely.
I don't know why I was scared of them. I just think I had so many non-successful, attempts at stamping with old stamping blocks that it just put me off. And they are so brilliant. They are so, so brilliant. So if you get a chance to get rocker blocks, if you've not got them,
so they come in different sizes, don't they?
Yes, there's 6 sizes in total. You've got a 4-pack and a 2-pack. So get the ones that work for you. So we've got the die, And then we can put that round here. And I would recommend you die cut before you start to colour, for the simple reason that if your die moves during the cutting process, you've not wasted however long it's taken you to colour them, because, you know, we put a lot of effort into colouring our die cuts. So, you know, please die cut it before you colour it. Just in case it's, you never know, something might happen, the dog might jump up just as you put it in the die cut machine. What's the matter, love? She's up to no good. She is up to no good. I'm sorry.
I've just heard what somebody's messaged in about the name of their cat, and I can't say it on television. The cat was called Fluffbutt.
Fair enough.
And Mum was so embarrassed she used to whisper it. You need to be able to shout that animal's name, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. This is what we used to say. It's, you know, you've got to be able to say your animal's name.
Absolutely.
In the vet. Can you imagine going to the vets and they say, what's your cat called? Fluffbutt. Fluffbutt Robinson.
And what appears to be the problem?
You've just said
that's brilliant.
Right, let's go in and have a colour with this. So we're going to have lots of fun colouring this one. I just want to... I'm going to come in with this one first. I'm going to put this on here.
So I suppose if you coloured it in a different way, you could make it look like a kingfisher.
This is what we were saying earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very easy to make this look kingfisher-esque. I do love kingfisher. I think they are absolutely stunning birds. So
Rarely see them, do you?
Well,
I haven't seen one.
In England, you rarely see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was last year when we went to France. They were literally flying around the canoes we were on.
Really?
Honestly, I'm kid you not. It was amazing. They were flying around us. They were lovely, so pretty. You like, was that what I just thought it was? And you're like, oh yeah, it was. But you'd never see that in England.
No. When we used to, I had quite a few friends that lived on the river, and as sort of teenagers, we sort of potter around on their boats, and you'd come back in the evening, and I was like, wow, there's loads of birds out, and it was sort of dusk time, and all these birds like swooping across, loads and loads of them, and I thought it was quite exciting before my friend pointed out they weren't birds. They were bats, because you get loads and loads of bats nesting in the trees around the side of the Thames.
Yeah.
And at dusk, obviously, that's the time they're all coming out. And now, whenever I'm on the boat and I see a few birds, I'm a bit, are they birds or are they bats?
Do you not like bats?
It's not that I don't like them. It's just they move very differently to birds. So they really are kind of like a big sort of sweeping whoosh. I mean, I'm a bit worried about getting things caught in my hair. I've had daddy long legs caught in my hair and I didn't like that. And I got a monkey caught in my hair once when I was a child, and a monkey, yeah.
Nicola, you live in a different world.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, love. You live in a different world.
There was a little pet shop near where I grew up, and they had a monkey. No, they had a monkey. It was like their monkey. It was and it got caught in my hair. It like sort of ended up sort of chewing and getting stuff in my hair. So I'm a bit frightened about. I don't like the idea of a bat being caught in my hair. And I think there was an Indiana Jones film where the girl in it, there's all these creepy crawlies, and she ends up going like that, and this big bat just comes out and screeches into her face. And I think that has forever scarred me. So I don't mind a bat. I mean, I don't want one here or on my shoulder. But when baby bats, when they get, when they lose their mums, you're supposed to you have them in a little box, don't you? You have them in your bra. Did you know this? Yeah, when people are rescuing bats, baby bats,
yeah,
they need to be kept warm, and basically people effectively almost like a matchbox. They put these baby bats in the matchbox and sort of have them in their bra, so they're close to your heart and they're kept nice and warm, but obviously not getting crushed. But yeah, it's quite a thing. Yeah.
Do bats not bite?
I don't know.
That's how Van posted me. But no, I thought that's where...
Well, I think they chew, don't they?
I thought that's where the bit, all sorts of stories start from something in life, don't they? And I thought that's where vampire stories came from, that bats bite. So, you know, that was then extrapolated into vampires.
I don't know. I suspect they probably do. Someone will let us know in the comments.
What a different colour. I'm just enjoying colouring.
That's beautiful. I like those colours that you're choosing.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
I'm getting lots of people giving me ideas for the cats.
Oh, yeah.
Cats I haven't got yet. Lillian Kwok says, Becky, your family will have to take care of the cats when you skip off to Sewing Street and Crafters Companion.
I did think this.
And you haven't told them yet. I don't think I could take them on the train, could I?
They could have been in a cat box.
Have you seen how much stuff I bring up on the train anyway?
Yeah.
What's one more box on the tube? My son loves cats. My daughter likes cats. My husband's somewhat indifferent. But I'm sure when they see them, they're like that. Joe says, we nicknamed ours Wiggle Butt because he always wiggled his butt before he pounced.
Perfect.
I like that. Mocraft says, we have bats too. That's how I know when it's time to go in. And Gaz says, we're quite lucky here on the Isle of Wight. We have kingfishers and herons. Oh. Do you see many kingfishers, Gaz? Are they a particularly seasonal bird? Most birds migrate, don't they, to sunnier climes in the winter?
Yeah.
Do all of them? I don't know.
Not all birds are migratory birds, no.
But are kingfishers?
I don't know the answer to that one, but I mean, Nicola's checking for you.
Thank goodness for the old internet, is all I can say. Yeah. Otherwise, they'd be awake all night. They migrate to the coast in harsh weather.
A particular coast?
The kingfishers stay on their breeding sites all year, but go to the coast in the harsh weather. I suppose because that's... why would they go... I'd go inland, wouldn't you, in the harsh weather? I don't know.
Yeah, it tends not to snow as much on the
No,
coast,
that's true.
It?
I don't know much about kingfisher psyche as to what they want to do.
Let's go on that one. Let's just do his legs. And then,
Kim says, I've got bats in the back garden. They don't nest there, they're always in my garden. Bats do bite and can carry rabies. Caroline says there are vampire bats that bite the ankles of animals to lick their blood. But Phil says most bats, I think, are herbivores, with a vampire bat being the exception. Funny she'd be talking about vampires because what is tomorrow?
Halloween!
Halloween! And I'm going to dress up.
Have you told Debbie you're dressing up?
I'll message her.
Okay.
I'll message her. Debbie's going to wear something. We've talked about it. Would you not? She's going to wear something Halloweeny.
That's a different programme. There you go. What have you been chatting?
Gorgeous.
How about doing that? Completely different colours. We've not picked out the oranges, but now we've just picked out all of those oranges. I've just been colouring with coral and burnt orange blend. You've seen how we've done those before. I actually quite enjoyed doing that.
That is beautiful.
There you go.
Really beautiful. I love the greens with those kind of, almost like an apricot kind of colour, isn't it? It's lovely. Really, really like that. This is all about the fabulous fuchsia collection that we've got just to the side of me. Loads and loads of different things in there. Dies, stamps, papers, embellishments. And the stamens! Don't forget these. Right, have we got a picture? I'm going to show you a picture. These are going to be my cats. Oh, I've said it already. I've said it on TV. It must be true. They are potentially my cats. We will see. We'll see how the dog likes them. And obviously, I've got to let people know at home. No pressure there. Not just one cat, but two. Can't leave them alone. But they are quite cute Greek cats. So I'm going to have to brush up on my Greek. I don't speak much Greek. It's all Greek to me. Roseanne says the best thing about bats is that they eat insects.
Yes.
So that is good to know. So we will be dressing up for tomorrow because it is going to be Halloween. We've got a Halloween sale on as well. So have a look at the website. You can get up to 40% off some items on there. That will run until midnight tomorrow. We're going to make sure that you've got the opportunity to check out this because it's selling quickly. And we'll see you in a couple of moments in the break.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at Craft Wars to Leanne. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sarah sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lottie for his charm and skill. They went quite potty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
I was dancing to that. It's impossible to keep still. Ben creates the best music for dancing. That's why I think he should be on top of the pops. Loads of people loving the card. Very lovely lattice from Sue Benson. Very pretty Corinne. Very pretty card from Roseanne. I think they look lovely. Oh, somebody suggests Oppa as a name, which is what they say when they're celebrating things in Greek, isn't it? Beautiful. Kim said I could get one of those backpacks to carry the cats around in, with a big circle, big like dome, so they can see out. That'd be quite nice, couldn't I? I'd get a real reputation. I'm really out of breath now. I was sort of dancing a little bit like a Morris dancer, which your dad was a Morris dancer, wasn't he?
Yeah, got pictures.
I was skipping like this. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Let's get back to work. Right, we're going to look at the magazine. And so I'm going to show you the box before I show you the magazine, because I've taken everything out of it. In here, this is the third instalment of the Crafters Inspiration magazine. This is box 3. You're going to get the magazine in here with hundreds, well, 134 different ideas in here. There are interviews, there are top tips, but there are also crafty goodies in here as well. It's not just about the inspiration. You will be getting in here, these are in addition to the Oh Holy Night collection. So these are not replications. If you've already bought Oh Holy Night and you think, well, I don't need this, these things will work in conjunction with that collection. So you've got this beautiful embossing folder with the nativity scene. You've then got a selection of sentiments. Again, these are not the same sentiments you would have got in that Oh Holy Night collection. And you've also got the die here. It's 2 dies actually. You've got that outer frame and you've also got all that intricate work with the nativity scene in there. Inside the magazine, you will find you get papers that will work with that collection and toppers as well. So these are a smaller, lighter GSM than the normal papers you get because they're in a magazine, but they're not die cut, that doesn't matter. But again, these are not the same papers you would have got in that collection, but they will work in conjunction with those. But you'll also be getting inspiration and ideas about different things to make, different crafty goodies, not just cards, maybe some home decor pieces as well. There's lots and lots of things in here. As I said before, I particularly like the fact that we've done some little demonstrations, little ideas about how to use those penguin stamps. But, you know, as Corrine was saying, you might think, well, I haven't got those penguin stamps, I've got some other stamps, but actually the idea of doing a card like this is really good. I didn't think about doing a card like that before. So this will be your inspiration. Fantastic price for this. Given, let's be honest, I mean, buying dies, embossing folders and stamps would easily cost more than the £14.99 or $19.99 that you're paying for all of these and the magazine for your inspiration. Platinum price is £11.99 or $15.99 and you're getting 50 extra bonus points. These are things that you'll keep for a long time, won't you, and keep referring back to.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to make a project. I'm quite excited about this. I think you're going to love this. This me, big-headed. I didn't mean it like that, but you know when you do projects and you just go, I really, really enjoyed doing that. Now, what I love to do is take different collections and put them together because that's when I get the most satisfaction when you do. So I've got my gold shimmer inks here. I've got Midnight Shore, Majestic Ruby and Golden Honey. I love these inks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2, Midnight Shore and Majestic Ruby. They are, now, you look at that, you don't see a lot of gold in there.
No, not at all.
In this one, you can almost see it on the top, but trust me, there is plenty of gold. Look, can you see when I press, it all comes up. They are pigment inks, so they stay wet for quite a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring this on here. Now you have to really work these through, but you can really get lots of coverage. What I tend to do first is go in first and work out roughly, and it is roughly, where my colours are going to be. Okay. I'm going to put one colour on like that. Can you see the, I don't know if you can see the foam pad. Actually, what I could do with doing is just grabbing myself a piece of paper towel because otherwise I'm going to get in a messy mess. And so then I'm going to come up here with my
wow, look at that colour.
Midnight Shore. Isn't it lovely? So that's going to go there and it's going to go just there. Then you do the hard, not the hard work, but then you sort of start to really, you come in with the layers and you start, can you see where you could initially see brush strokes, but look, it doesn't take much. Look, those brush strokes are just blending away, aren't they?
Yeah.
So work out your colour placement and then go in. They're pigment inks. Look at that. They just blend. As long as you're prepared to work them through. Look at that. Can you see how sort of line it is?
Yep.
Look, the second layer, they're gone. It's about layering up that ink and then start to move it around, and you can then start to move the 2 colours into each other. There's so much movement on these inks. You've got quite a long work. And can you see Can you see it almost like veining in the gold? Now we're going to emboss this, so please don't get over hung up about it because a lot of it's going to sort of just blend together anyway.
Does it matter that you're effectively you're going to be picking up that darker ink on that ink pad?
No.
It's not going to affect it at all?
No, because it's so little, it doesn't tend to go onto the ink pad. It'll go onto the dauber, but it doesn't seem to back carry on to the ink pad. Now, look at that. That was streaky a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Now look at it. Right, I'm going to pick it up. Can you see the gold? Look.
Oh, yes, definitely now.
Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to, you could come in with your water, get some faux bleaching on there and dry it and what have you. So what I'm going to do is, they're pigment inks. They stay wet for a while. And I want to put this in an embossing folder. Sorry, I'm just looking for wipes. But it's an embossing folder that's going to be used on other projects. So once it had been organised, as you know we try to be, I've got one here that's actually dry.
Okay.
So the pigment, if I run my fingers over this one that I've just done, I'm going to get wet, but not a lot wet, but the pressure of the embossing folder, and I don't want to contaminate my embossing folder.
So how long is that dried for?
This one's dried for a while, but if you were to give it half an hour or so, you know, just give it time for those inks to dry. So then we need to get our folder. So, come on, open up. Now what you need to do is you need to make sure you get it right. This bit is the divot. This is raised. So I'm going to pop, so that's going to push it from behind. So I'm going to pop this onto here. Got a little bit smaller than my folder, which is what I usually do. I'm going to put that onto there. Now it is a 2D embossing folder. So if you've got your guide back still, you know that a 2D embossing folder is outside plate, folder, outside plate.
Okay.
Really, really easy. One of the easiest ones to remember. I haven't put those on very level, but never mind. Luckily they're junior plates, so it doesn't matter. There we go. And that now is going to look. Can you see?
It's lovely, yeah.
We can make it look better. I told you I've got golden honey as well. So I might go in with that one with the dauber, finger dauber to begin with. I might have to go over it in a minute, but let's get that one. Let's go in here, finger dauber, and just start. You could potentially do this with gilding wax. That would look lovely, but I'm going to just go over that bit with my blending brush and blending pad just on there, just trying to go lightly so that it's more on the top layer, but I want to make sure I've got enough so you can actually see it. There we go, look, you can see. There we go, look, Mary's there. Can you see how that just pops out?
Yep.
This is the sort of crafting now, didn't used to be, but this is the sort of crafting that I really, really get excited about and love doing and love bringing to air to show, because you get those sort of instant results. Now, this is going to go behind some acetate. You are still going to see it, but you're not going to be getting close up. So please don't get hung up about it being too neat, about, you know, making sure ink doesn't go on the back layer. It's going to look amazing. Just make sure you've got enough of the yellow, because it's, like I say, it's got to show through all the layers that we're going to do. Again, pigment inks build up really, really well. So you can just build them up. Build it up and just make sure it shows. That's the key thing, is I want to make sure I can see the yellow. I think that should do. I like that. That looks pleasing to me anyway. We can take that off there, and then we can go on here. Now, in a minute, we're going to put some acetate on the front and we're going to create a dome, just like that. But I want to put something on the front of the acetate. So it's hard to put die cut onto acetate once you have created the dome.
Okay.
So I'm going to, I had it just a minute ago, see.
Do you just use ordinary acetate for the dome, or do you need to use something that's a bit thicker?
I've used my heavyweight, just because That's what I have in.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the gorgeous imagery here. We're going to cut it out of gold and we're going to cut it out of black. I've got one cut. Just show you how easy those do. So I'm going to use the inside die and the outside die. So they're going to go just like that. All my plates. And that's going to pop through. Let's go through there. So I've already got it cut out of black. So you don't need to see me cut it twice. Let's see it cut out of the gold mirror because it will look absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, look at that, you can see. You know when you talk about that pencil lines? That's what you're looking for. And this will just peel off there.
Wow.
And then we can then do that through there. Now, somebody was asking about sticking to acetate. We're just going to use our dotty tape pen.
Okay.
Not going to use anything more than that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over. We'll make sure all the bits are out. You know, sometimes you think they're all out and then you turn it over and you go, oh, there's lots more bits there. Dotty tape pen. Do I have a bit of, where's my scrappy bit of card? There we go, that will do. And then I'm going to go with the direction of the die cut. Like that. Like that. Oh. There's a bit of adhesive on there. Oh. And that's, let's just take that. So this is going to be, we're going to create a drop shadow, stuck me, and then we're going to put that on, oh, got a little bit of glue, it'll come off. We can then create the drop shadow. I tend to drop shadow off to the left, it's just my personal preference. And we can create that just round there. And again, it just, I'm going to show you the difference in just 1 minute. So let's just actually try and bring the points quite close together and the crooks. There we go. Now let me just show you the difference. Put it onto the acetate. Just a minute, got a little bit of glue on there. Get that off a minute. On the acetate with the black, and can you just, I'm going to just do it over some white. Can you see the black?
Oh yeah.
Just as opposed to just the gold.
Yeah, it definitely finishes it off properly.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So now we need to pop this, just stuck that onto there, that was silly. There we go, let's get this back on here. And we're going to go back in again with our dotty tape pen. All the way around there. Because it's going to be domed, we need to make sure it's sticking well. And up there. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get my piece of acetate, and while it's nice and flat, I'm just going to pop that on to there. I'm going to get myself my cloth, and I'm going to actually turn that over, because then I don't need to worry, I'm not going to catch any bits, am I? If I do it from the back, it'll burnish it down, and making sure all those bits are stuck down, and that is now stuck onto there. So what we can do is, you can see I've already put my tape onto here. Now, if you look at this, can you see it is 1/2 inch wider than my piece of card.
Okay.
So that's going to create, I think 1/2 inch is a good dome.
Okay.
So we can take that from here. All I'm going to do is push this one up into that corner and press down there. Make sure that's nicely stuck. Then I need to, acetate has good memory. So, you know, because we've scored it, it doesn't want to open back up. It doesn't make life easy for you sometimes. Come on. There we go. Let's take that one out of there. So obviously I don't want to stick that. So all I do is I push that up to that seam, just there, and then pop that one up. Let's get that all the way across. There we go. And then we can do that. So now you can see we've got that lovely dome. Doesn't that look amazing?
Brilliant.
Amazing, isn't it? So then we can then take this. What I would suggest is, because of the pressure, I'm just going to see if I haven't got any wide, I would go for my 12mm red liner if I had it, but I don't. So what I'll do is I'll take that, I'll go over that seam, or that join, do that. It's not going anywhere. It'll hold it nice and firm for you. So that will come onto there and on to there. And let's do one more, just, oops, like that. There we go. Let's just burnish those nicely, and then there we go, and 2, and
I've never thought of making a domed card.
Oh, I love making dome cards. I think they're really good fun to do. I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to pop that. But then look at that with the black silhouette in that. Bring that up.
Amazing. That
Doesn't
looks so
look
cool.
Pretty. Really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
Okay, the inks aren't with the magazine, but that is from the magazine.
Yeah.
Really wow factor. So let's just mat and layer this up onto our card. So again, I'm just going to go in with... This is probably one time when I wouldn't be as quick to do a tent-fold card. Because it's a dome.
Yeah.
If you've got a tent-fold card that way, and then you put a dome on, it kicks up.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do a regular sort of side card, then you will find it can sit. It just seems to sit a bit straighter. So yeah, just. Oh, I forgot to put my sentiment on. I'm going to have to slide that in. Always forget something. I do. Always do. There we go.
I can't say the word dome anymore because in the Simpsons movie, so Homer says dome, and that is what I always want to say whenever there's the word dome, and I'm trying very hard not to say it. But
You're doing well. You're doing
I'm
well.
doing well.
You're doing well.
I go hold on to my stamens to make me feel better.
That's all right then.
What's the word when you have not a therapy dog, but when you have an animal that you take on a plane or something like that? What's it called? It's called a.
You mean
not
therapy pet?
Yeah, there's another word for it. Not
thing?
assistance, but like well, these are good. These are my therapy stamens. Anyone who didn't think I was weird before certainly does now.
And there we go. How about like that?
That is gorgeous. Wow, I think I know which one's going to win.
Do
you? I think that's going to win.
Do you think so? We
I
should
think
see.
so. Yeah, we should get them all together so we can do vote for demo of the show, and then we've got to do demo of the day.
We have, haven't we? Oh, better be quick then.
You've made a lot today. Busy.
I've done 4 in every show, haven't I think?
I think so.
There we go. Right, okay. We started with the magazine, and we did this pretty one here. There we go. So that's number 1. Number 2, was the Oh Holy Night selection rather, with the sequins. This third one was another sequined one, but it was a different colourway on the Future. I was going to call that Back to the Future collection. That's your fault, Miss Becky.
It's not my fault.
That's your fault.
It's Craig's fault, really, because Craig came up with it, didn't he? Not
Our
Ben.
4th one is from the magazine. So 4, 3, 2, and 1 with the bit on the front. There we go.
Fabulous.
Right, okay, I'll let everybody vote for those. I'm going to clear up a bit.
Brilliant. Excellent. Right, yeah, security blanket. It's not quite a security blanket. I can't remember the names of these animals that you have to make you feel better.
Is it like an assistance, isn't it?
It's not quite assistance and it's not quite a therapy, it's something else. No, it's not a service dog, it's something else. Emotional support animal, that's it. These are my emotional support stamens that you too can have to make your life feel better when you buy the whole collection of the for you fabulous fuchsia. You might not want that. You might want that, and you're going to want this mystery bag, which isn't a mystery because I'm going to tell you what's inside it. But this is a Create a Card mystery bag. Mystery bag. The first one I'm going to show you is the peacock. So this is one of those 3-in-1 sets of dies. So you can create 3 different types of card. So the one up here, just using that peacock, the one here, just using those surrounding details, and then the final one here with all of those different elements in there. So that's your first one. The next one is your pretty petals. Very, very pretty set of frame dies here. If I turn them around this way, you can see a little bit better. This is really lovely. I've seen this in so many samples. It works really well. It's very sort of clean cut design. So very usable for masculine cards as well. And that's always something that we sort of struggle with, finding something to use for masculine cards. The next one is your tropical paradise with those beautiful kind of jungle type elements with the parrot and the flamingos. Really beautiful, makes you think of going on holiday and lounging in the sun.
Jungle elephants.
Elements. Elements. This next one is Woodland Glade. I love these ones. They create such a sense of drama, really beautiful. I mean, I'm thinking of making and selling. You can charge a fortune for something like this. It is so intricate, but it's so easy to do when you've got the right dies to create those. Then we have a charming lace. This is one of the ribbon weaving cards. So you can use it in different ways, using different types of ribbon. You can use threads, all sorts of different embellishments on that. And then this final one, oops, not that one I just threw on the floor. This is your floral rainbow. I was thinking, is it floral blooms? I said, it's not that, it's floral rainbow. Again, very, very pretty die. If I turn it around this way, you can see you're getting the die to cut all of that intricate detail inside, and you're also getting that outer frame die in there as well. So the mystery bag it's a mystery. It's at that price because it's frankly quite good, really good a deal. £40 or $50. The platinum price is £32 or $40. I'm going to pick up that one I've just dropped on the floor. Hold on a moment. 2 craft kits. I've got 2 craft kits here. Not just one, but 2. The first one, are they bundled together or are they separate? Why have I not got these? That is why have I not got these for this price? Are you sure it's not just for one? Wow. Look at these. First one is your pop-out character you've got here. We're going to go back to this mystery bag. Don't scream and shout. It's sold out. That was a mystery. While it was around for such a long time, it wasn't really because it already sold out. Fantastic deal. So this one is, you're going to get 2 of these boxes. The first one is the pop-out characters. The next one is the pop-out scene. So you've got a whole host of bits and pieces in here. Basically, these are everything you need to create these cards. Altogether, you get in this one, there's 210 individual elements. You've got dies in here, you've got stamps, you've got patterned papers, you've got all those different elements in there as well to create those fantastic designs. So many people collect these. They are great for someone that wanted to get started doing some crafting. You've got everything in here, including the envelopes and the card blanks, as well as all those embellishments. It makes it really easy when you're getting started to create these different designs. And of course, you can use these dies again and again on all your other makes. So pop-out character is the first one there. Next one is your pop-out scene. So you can see how you can create these different scenes. One's with balloons and one's like a sort of fairy glade here. Again, you're going to get the envelopes, you're going to get the card blanks, you're going to get the patterned paper, ribbon, pearls, dies and stamps as well. You can make a minimum of 24 cards out of each of these. So that's almost 50 cards you're going to be able to do for just £16 or $16. Christmas is coming up soon. These make fantastic Christmas presents. The fact that you've got them in a nice box as well, these look like you've spent a whole lot more on them than they really are. So these are a really great deal. £20 if you're not a platinum member, but £16 or $16 if you are. I do have a winner for demo of the show. It is Number 4.
Number 4.
Well done, well done. Right, we need to do demo of the day,
Right, I'll
don't
bring
we?
this one over, okay?
Yeah,
Coming over.
brilliant. I'm going over here, so there's going to be no one around. Look, bye, go on. There's no one. Right. Did it? Well, I've worked with Craig, and he made me stay over there. He grabbed my hand and wouldn't let me go. So I went over there, and there was just no one here. It was just like silence, tumbleweed. Have I got these around the right way? Yeah, I have on there. Right. God, you're very organised. You write on the back of yours. Oh, you're right. Okay, wrong way around. Right. First one is what Corrine did in Wake Up Call using the Oh Holy Night collection. So that's number 1. Number 2 is using that fabulous fuchsia launch. And number 3 is using the Oh Holy Night collection that's inside the magazine. So we've got 3 to choose from. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Please get your votes in. Right, I'm just grabbing my bits and pieces I need to see. Right, I'm going to move these just to one side so you can see what I'm doing. Please do get your votes in. Very difficult to choose again. I didn't say anything.
Oh, right, sorry.
I think that was great.
I don't mind, because I'm winning anyway. Well, if I don't, I want to know.
It'd be a little bit more exciting if we had different craft experts on different shows during the day, wouldn't it? You know, there'd be a real kind of, you know, sort of competition going, but we're not like that. We all love each other too much. The next item we've got, if you haven't got a guillotine, it makes your life so much easier. This is one of the small guillotines that we have. Very usable. Very easy to use. It's got all that grid system on there, so you're able to see all the different notches. You also get a scoring tool, so you can use it as a scoreboard as well. This is a self-sharpening blade, so you don't need to worry that you're going to have to buy replacement blades for this. They are a real workhorse. We use the same ones over and over again all day long in the studio. I don't think they've ever been replaced, well, certainly not in the time that I've been here. They are a lovely item to have. So this is your small guillotine, but we've got a special deal where we're giving you 2 sets of metallic Centura pearl in here. One is green gold, and the other one is pale silver? Pale silver, yeah, green gold and pale silver. Beautiful colours in here. The Centura pearl, you know that we use again and again. You can cut quite a few layers of paper, if you're using like copier paper, through the guillotine, but it cuts through even those sort of thick board like a hot knife through butter. The price for this is £24.99 or $39.99. Your platinum price is £19.99 or $31.99 for those 2. Next one I'm going to show you are the shimmer ink pads. So this is the last of the Monday mega deals. Mega deals. I have to say it like that. These are beautiful, beautiful shimmer ink pads. These are all pearlescent pigments. The first one is your Tropic Blue. Then you have Sugar Plum Fairy. Can't remember the music for that. The same music as the signets from Swan Lake came in my head again. This is Toffee Apple. Nicola and I are so alike, it's quite frightening. This next one is your Starlit Sky. Beautiful colour here. So you may have got a hold of the gold ink pads, gold shimmer ink pads over birthday. These are the shimmer ones. This one is your Raspberry. You then have your Frosted Mint. You have your Lime Soda. I love that real kind of piercingly bright green colour. This is your Peach Rose. Then you have your Queen Bee. And finally, you have your Amethyst colour. To show you all of these colours here in the screen, so you can see all of those different colours. And I'm just going to move this so you can see that shimmer. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. £45 or $60. The platinum price is £36 or $48. We do have a winner of a demo of the day, and it was very close. But the winner is this one.
Oh, wow.
I caught it.
One might have pinched it.
It was very close, actually. Actually, it goes. I think it was sort of one vote between them all. They were all beautiful. This, I think, is great. Having that dome, something a little bit different, and I love the way that you created that background. So well done, Corrine. That is brilliant.
Thank you very much.
When are you next in?
I'm in on Friday.
On Friday.
On Friday,
Excellent.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be Halloween tomorrow, so I'm going to be joined by Debbie Robinson.
Are those linked?
No, I don't know.
Halloween tomorrow,
Who knows? Who knows? But we'll see you bright and early at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.